guys, we're here with William, who went top 8 at the OTS Championship with Runick Stun. Absolutely disgusting. Why this deck? What are your thoughts on it for the format?
It was the only deck that I played that could beat Fire King, and I'm like, I don't want to think much. I'm just gonna take this deck to locals, maybe get some Fire Kings out. Yeah, it worked. It worked better than I thought.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's get right to the list then.
Okay, so for the only monsters, 3 border. Bought the QCRs right before the tournament. And the spells, 2 fountain, 3 tip, just the casual stuff. 3 flashing fire, 3 curses, 3 slumber, 3 destruction, 1 each of the others. Dispelling, golden droplet, smiting storm. It's the usual package. 1 of each name. You need enough runic spells in the stun version, so just 1 of each. Comes up, maybe side out 1of the dispellings or golden droplets when you're going second. And the drawing, the consistency stuff, 1 demise, which this thing was at 3, 1 terraforming, 2 duality, 2 desires, just two of each in case you activate another one or draw into another pot off pot. It happened. It was fine though. Never banished anything too good off desires. I always activated desires when I had at least 1 fountain in hand. 3D Fisher, best card for the fire matchup, and does something against the other matchups as well. Unless you're playing other anti-meta stuff. 3 skill drain, only floodgate at 3 right now. 1 each of the floodgates that just got limited.
What about summon limit?
Summon limit. Summon limit. It's not too good going second. Going first, these things stop opponent going second. They limit your opponent's monster, so they don't just kill you. Go to battle phase, kill. Summon limit doesn't barely anything going second, and going first, it's just not strong enough. And 2 synchro zone for battle perfection. Well, it's like Messenger of Peace, but it's a trap. You can activate during your opponent's turn, and non-synchro monsters just cannot attack. I don't know their other effects because I'm never gonna use them. For the extra deck, 3 Hugin, must. 3 Geary, best thing for your battle phase protection. 2 Munin, sometimes for time, sometimes just for protection. 3 Frecky. There's a cool combo where you can banish a lot of your opponent's cards, with Frecky and Runick Slumber. Because every time your opponent declares an attack on this thing, they banish 2, and when this thing goes to the graveyard, it gets the Runick Quick spell back from your graveyard. So if you summon this with with a Runick spell, and then use Slumber on it, your opponent declares. Slumber banishes 3, this banishes 2, this gets destroyed, gets Slumber back, and then yeah. If I had the Sleipnir, the main, definitely cut 1 of these and put the main in. I just didn't want to buy it. It doesn't come up too often. I never used anything other than in my extra deck other than once or twice Frecky, once for Munin for time, Geary once or 2, and Hugin almost every game. So just the main is not mandatory. 1 Typhon, 1 Little Knight, best extra deck cards. And since I'm playing border, sometimes I can make rank 4s, a Baguska and Exodon Knight. Never came up. None of these 4 came up, but they're good for some, just in case. Side deck. So some matchups aren't too good. So 3 of the sphere modes for Fire King and some other stuff. It doesn't special summon, doesn't conflict with the duality or Card of Demise, and it's just a strong enough card going second. A Lava Golem is not really playable this format. It's fire. 3 Grave. Best Floodgate at 3 for some decks.
Branded,
yes. Branded. Horus. This won me a game against Horus. I flipped Skill Drain. Horus, they're 3,000 beaters. But I also had a Grave set up, so they couldn't hack or anything. And I also, I actually met a cache in the last round, and this just stopped them from attacking or activating effects. 3 Dark Bribe. You need protection for your in your side game for your spells and back row, and Solemn isn't too good. You have to pay half your life points, and a lot of the time when your opponent sees you're playing Runick Stun, they just try to go into the battlefield and kill you. So 3 Dark Bribe, 3 Time Cards, Ghost Sisters. This was really funny. It worked. I guess it worked in some rounds. First round, there was like 2 minutes left. I Ghost Sistered him, and then he crossed my Ghost Sister out. But I still won that game. He kind of misplayed. Against other matchups, every time I resolve, it's kind of like Maxi. I resolve this, people would start scratching their heads. Yeah. You definitely need it for Runick, because Runick, I went to time a lot of times, and Munin, just one Munin is not enough in end phase. 3 evenly matched. I was running Cosmic before, but for anti-spell and those kind of things. But I already had 3 Runick's Destruction in my deck, and I guess Cosmic just didn't do enough against other decks. Evenly can get rid of the anti-spells and other stuff that you might not be too well against into. And it just pairs really well against like cards with like Runick Freezing Curses and stuff. So yeah, that's basically all for my side. 15 cards, 3 of each.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for the deck profile, and congrats again. Any last shoutouts?
Shout out to my friends Enfield. He's in Waterloo right now. He helped me kind of put my deck together, think about the tech choices. Shout outs to Jonathan. He helped pick up some of the cards for me at other game stores. Shout outs to Milo, I guess. Yeah, every time I tell him I'm playing Runick, he gets a bit angry at me. But yeah, it was one of the reasons I like the deck. It's a really good choice.
Awesome. Thank you.